morning's devotion, I was reading about Moses, and God spoke to Moses in the desert. Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Who are these niggas?
I tell you who I am. I am Alpha May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And you are watching Friday Night Lights featuring Uniqo Williams, even though he's not here right now. So I am featured with the one, the only, Gerald. How you doing today, Gerald?
What's happening, people? Much love to all y'all. Stay safe.
Yeah. So Gerald won't be with us for long, so hopefully Joe will be here shortly. If not, I'll go over my picks and we'll be out here quickly. And you can follow the main channel over on 99 Media, in which you can go watch Make It Make Sense, featuring me, Monray, and I don't know who else will be the guest on that show. Monray might even be here to talk about how he feel on the first topic, which we're going to talk about is Ime Udoka.
Mm.
More importantly to me is Nia Long, because you don't, because hey, that brother, he ain't a black man. He wasn't born he ain't no African American. No, he ain't doing that. That's the dream. J. Cole told y'all, if you a 90s baby, 80s baby, 70s baby, early 2000s baby, that is the
J. Cole had a chance. So I'll hop right on that.
That's what I'm saying. So, Gerald, I'm gonna give you the floor for you to talk about his favorite team, which is when the NBA season period. You'll probably see a lot more of him talking about basketball. But Gerald, you have the floor.
Woo. How do I start? 2 days ago, around the time that this whole story came out, I was rather confused as to why Boston would speak about this publicly with something that sounded like it was in-house. Keep all of your normal things in-house. Don't worry about anything else that has to do with it. New developments yesterday came out that Matt Barnes was he tweeted out something too, but he got some rather disturbing information coming from the organization that kind of changed this whole thing. And as the information goes out, I want to see what's going on and why they gave him the suspension and why he decided to do this and what was actually done, because the way this sounds, that is not good. And if that's the case, I hate this for this black man who really turned the Celtics season around and had them actually in the finals. But we look at this now and it's just this whole situation is ugly. I have issues with Robert Williams getting a surgery, 4 weeks before season starts, but I'm not going to say nothing on that because this whole Udoka situation has me for a loop. He was one of my favorite coaches, and to see this situation come about, and now that, seeing Matt Barnes' video that he decided to change his stance, I want to know what's going on. Because if it's anything nasty or if it's anything that he shouldn't have been doing, or if it's something that is harming another person, because Matt Barnes did say pray for everybody involved. If it's something like that, then authority is going to have to get involved. And if that's the case, I'm not going to say Boston's season is done, but everything they built last year is done. And it's a shame, truly a shame, to see another black man put in this position.
It is. Like I said, we don't really know the whole situation. That's why I ain't really spoke on it, because I found it weird that if he just had a relationship with a woman, which they somewhat said consensual, which I don't know why they would put that out if it's 100 times worse, because it makes the organization look terrible, because they tried to seem like they hid it rather than actually going over it, which you can't say have a consensual relationship with a woman and then it comes out as 100 times worse than what you said. And that's why if somebody come at Stephen A. Smith afterward for what he did, when he was like, listen, this is all I know. And the organization set him up for that. You can't be mad at him for like,
exactly.
If Gerald told me, listen, I had to leave my job because we had a consensual relationship, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna think much about it. But if somebody else tells me it's 100 times worse, then my opinion, of course, gonna change, right? So I'm somewhere in the middle, which I'm not trying to, like I said, I ain't even really tweeted about it. all I tweeted was that if it is just consensual and y'all did that and y'all ran through, y'all talking about Brett Favre and everybody else, y'all ain't mentioned Brett Favre and none of that. Oh, you should still really mention Brett Favre because it seems like y'all
every day,
people,
every chance you get.
the media seems to like to forget all the things that Brett Favre seems to do. Whereas Tiger Woods have a consensual relationship, they like to bring that all the way through the news. It just seems odd. That's all I'm saying. I tend to notice how things work in the world. You know what I mean, Gerald? I tend to notice how certain people are portrayed and certain
Yep.
people aren't.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to like. I remember this time. I'm gonna say this story, and I'm gonna see if Gerald remembered it. On the same exact week, Des Bryant was yelling on the Cowboys, and Tom Brady on the
Yep.
same week was yelling at his team. What they said came out. Des Bryant was yelling, "Tony Romo, you the best. You got it." He was just a monster, right? We got this. We're gonna win this game. And that Tom Brady was yelling at, I don't know if it was Amendola or Edelman. He was like, "You're stupid, you're trash," and all that. Guess who got praised for it, Gerald?
Oh yeah, Tom Brady.
Who's a leader, Gerald?
Oh
And
yeah,
who's the
Tom
bad?
Brady.
And who's
Oh
the
yeah.
bad guy?
Oh yeah, it's Des Bryant. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
no
that's
apologies
how it
was
works.
ever given. No
No.
apologies. It even came out on your station, and nobody was like, "Oh, they were like, my bad. We didn't know it was that bad," and they still called him a headache later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still
And
love him.
the reason I can bring up Tom Brady because he just did it again. Of course, he
Oh yeah, he was yelling. Mad
he
on the
broke
side.
something. He broke breaking pads and stuff like that. Like I don't mind it. By the way, I don't mind passion. If you ever been on a football team, you understand that, Gerald. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Sometimes you get upset, your tensions get high. So I'm not even mad at Tom Brady. I'm not saying it. I'm just talking about how they cover it.
It's the media. It's the media that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady get mad, and I done said mean stuff on the football field, basketball team to your teammates. Sometimes you dap it up, you say my bad. You know what I'm saying? Jared, you done seen it, and you done did it or seen
I
it.
done did it. Yeah, both. Yeah.
You just said something to your teammate like my bad, bro, to hit her in a moment. You know how it is. And he be like,
Oh
man,
yeah.
it's all good. And then y'all go eat or something, hang out.
Again, it's nothing. Yeah. But
Yes.
everybody know what it's like on the field or on the court. You know, it's the same. You know, you get in the heat in a moment. You know, then Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant was in each other's faces, yelling. You know, they had teammates fighting. Anthony Davis and who was it? Was it Dwight? No, somebody. Somebody hemmed up Dwight, but I forgot who it was. And they was teammates. Like it happens. Is the problem is, you know, a fight between two black men is not going to be the same as a fight between two white men because two black men are going to be ostracized. Like, okay, they a problem. Two white men say, oh, they passionate. Like it's all about the word they use. Two P words, but they use it different. And just like Tom Brady and Des Bryant, or just like Udoka and Brett Favre, they're gonna do a whole show on Udoka, but Brett Favre get a 5 minute segment. Like why? Because he everybody friend. Like no, he stole 5 million from Mississippi.
He stole it.
Stole it.
And then they be like, and then I'm hearing on ESPN, Gerald, if it's true. I'm like, bro, you got a text message that said, is the media gonna get a hold of this? I done stopped even using allegedly. I don't even care no more. He said, is the media gonna get a hold of this?
He did it.
I'm like, after that point, you guilty to me. I don't court of public opinion. I'm not defaming you. I'm just saying what your text said. I'm repeating your text. That is what you did in your text that you sent to somebody who was going to jail for, I think, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, if they're going to jail, that means it happened. It's not even allegedly no more. Somebody that you were communicating to is going to jail. It's not allegedly no more.
Mm-hmm.
and you are part of the evidence.
Yeah, you're accomplice. You part of evidence.
You probably won't go to jail because, again, I know how everything works, Richard.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna just say rich white men. Rich people or people with good lawyers tend to just they get scot free.
Scot free, and then you could put the white man on it to emphasize. It is a problem.
It is, but I'm being real. Rich people in general, like OJ wasn't white, but he you can afford a good lawyer who knows some people you can get out. So I'm just not even gonna just say that. My problem is the media because it seemed to be a consistent black and white difference, even in your local news. I don't want to get in this too much, but even on local news,
oh,
you see They'd be like, oh, we don't want to give attention to this person's name and everything, and in respects of the victim. You know what I mean? But when a black man, they just put his face on them plastics,
Right
put his
there.
name like 20 times on which leads you to believe like, oh yeah, black people committing crime, but then they just show you that little blank image.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't in respect for the victims and all this stuff, we don't want to show his face to give him attention. That's what they want. And then you notice how it's thugs versus mentally ill. Like it's a bunch. The media does a lot. I'm just saying it. And Ime Udoka, I don't know the situation as I said, but if it's what the Celtics said, it is very strange.
Very highly strange.
I don't even know what this probably should have just been handled behind the scenes, but the only way the Celtics get out of this, Gerald, looking any kind, if it's like not like if he like started, I don't want to put this out there, but if he like hit her or something, because that would go with what they said. It was a consensual relationship, but it just got bad.
They just got bad,
yeah. So then the Celtics but that still absolves Stephen A. Smith because you didn't say that again.
I mean, to tell you the truth, like Stephen A. had to put Malika in her place because Stephen A. is in a position where he don't know much, but like they're trying to attack him, and he's just like he's going off of what the statement is. You're not going off the evidence yet. We're going off the statements because we don't have the evidence yet. So it's okay to speak on the statement, and is that we don't know, but from the statement, it looks like it was consensual. So what's the problem here?
Like nobody been accused of a crime, so why would he have to shut up unless a crime is involved?
Exactly.
And if you know it's a crime, you should be like, Stephen A., it's a crime. That's all we know. But you didn't even say that. You like, we don't know what all happened. They said what happened. There's no crime indicated. I can state my opinion on somebody sleeping around with somebody
all day. Ain't no crime. They didn't commit the crime.
Unless ESPN know, which then ESPN looks bad because they're not reporting what they're supposed to be reporting.
Exactly. Yeah, and Malika, if you know, you should say it. Like you said.
Yeah, it's news. You are online. If he should be quiet, that's why I don't get why like Stephen A. I'm like, listen, he going off what he know. Ain't no if a crime was implicated and then they was vague on the crime.
On the crime.
You could be like, okay, you can shut up.
Yeah.
But it was not. They didn't list the crime, so I know that's why I don't get. That's why just the one thing I didn't get about the situation.
I still don't get. Like I don't no crime committed.
Yeah, because if that's the case, Boston trying to hide something, that's not good for them either.
Either way, Boston gonna come out this looking bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You suspend him for a season, so I guess he suspended for the season. He thought about resigning, which was weird because it wasn't like they fired him. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna quit." I'm like, "What is going on?"
It's something, man. I wish I knew more, but it's like something.
It gotta be a lot more. Maybe extortion or something. I don't know what's. It has to be something. Why would they be like Boston ain't thinking about firing him? They just gonna suspend him for the year. But he thought about resigning. I'm like, what? What?
I mean, he thought about resigning. Like, what consensual relationship you thinking about when you're thinking about ending your job?
Yeah, I'm like, what? Was it a setup by the organization to do something or something? I don't know. Like, it's a lot to this that we don't know.
Was the girl underage?
Yeah,
that's another question. Was the girl underage? But she was part of the organization. So I'm like, we don't know much. But Malika shouldn't be out there, trying to shut everybody up, but who don't know about the situation, just speculating based off the statement.
Unless you know something, which would be again.
If you know something, speak on it. It's that simple.
I know Matt Barnes said he got a call, but it ain't his place to speak. I'm like, what? Y'all doing this weird thing again? Why are you speaking then?
Exactly.
Why is everybody talking? Are y'all just gossiping around, holding secrets?
Exactly.
I just saw this on Twitch, and they just burned the whole community down, trying to hold secrets and do things like, the organization. No, if you know something, you're supposed to be a news reporter. This is why I don't trust them. By the way, That's so, people are like, why don't you trust ESPN? No, I don't trust ESPN.
No,
they holding information that they know something bad happened. Apparently,
exactly.
It's 100 times worse, and a bunch. I don't know. This situation is terrible. Why, if y'all didn't know all the information, why did you suspend him for the season? I don't.
Exactly. Yeah, so they know something. You know, you suspended a man. Right now, all we have is you suspended a man a whole season because he had a consensual relationship with one of the staffs.
went against work policy.
What? What policy? Now I didn't think about that. Like it went against work policy. So what did you not allow? Like did y'all do it in the locker room or what's going on? Y'all have sex on a court when everybody left? I don't. What's going on? Why? Why we just in the dark? Like why won't they say something? Give a statement. Like do
Yeah,
this any of the Celtics players know?
like what is it? Somebody? I don't. It's too much.
It's a lot.
And I'm like, and it makes everybody look bad because they jumped the gun, I guess,
Hmm.
and released a statement. And now everybody is being asked, "Oh, you shouldn't speak yet." Which I'm not trying to give Malik a hard time. I'm just being honest about the situation. If you release a statement and why he can't talk on TV,
Exactly. It's
like,
a,
like there's more to the story. Report it.
I mean,
Report it. That's what his job is, to report stories.
I
Like
mean,
y'all act like y'all. This is like a friendship thing. Are y'all in bed with the Celtics or something?
I
Like I have
mean,
never seen a reporter that get news and be like, in honor of the people in the situation, we don't have the news. What? You're a
exactly.
reporter. That's your job.
That's your job. And only in those situations, you know, a crime, like you said, a crime has been committed. If that's the situation,
You report. You don't even have to say what the crime was. Just be like, listen, it's a crime. Boom. There's more to it. Boom. If it's not a crime, it's just a weird situation. He can talk about whatever he want to. It's weird. It's strange.
oof, it's tough, man.
I'm
I
like,
don't
this
know.
this whole situation seems like a bunch of people covering up for each other, which I don't trust.
Hmm.
Or it's nothing and it's what it seems, and then y'all try to hush Stephen A for no reason.
Exactly.
Or y'all
I,
covering up. It ain't even in between. It ain't even nothing. That everything else, y'all gonna look bad regardless to me. I don't care. And that's why I don't watch y'all no more. I'm just being honest.
it's pointless. Like I'll catch some scores. I do have to say that Matt Barnes saying that he's praying for everybody involved scares me a little bit.
It does.
That does scare me a little bit because you know he said praying for the victims, and I'm like, so far we don't have no information that there is a victim. Like, is authorities getting involved or what we doing here?
I feel like the Celtics handled this bad regardless, because we don't know what's going on, and y'all released a statement and look like y'all trying to shade it under the rug.
Exactly. Yeah. Y'all put your stuff under the rug and hiding. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, just be like, yo, listen, he did investigation. That's
Mhm.
it. Instead of coming out with a statement that said, he said 100 times uglier than any of us thought. He even supported Udoka, then changed his mind.
Change his
He
mind.
said,
Yeah.
"Well, I post because this situation in Boston is deep, it's messy, it's 100 times uglier than any of us thought. Some things happen that I can't condone, I can't back. It's not my place to tell you what happened. If it ends up coming out, it ends up coming out." It sounds like it's not gonna come out because it's like something secret.
Yeah. I mean, what's the secret? That's the thing. What
Like,
are y'all hiding?
yeah, is this something weird? I don't know. It's a horrible situation. It's
All
Boston
around.
handled it horrible. ESPN handled it horrible. I'm not going to blame Matt Barnes because if he knows something, he ain't really do nothing. He just retracted his statement and gave us a report on somebody told him. He said it could be some private, personal stuff happened, but Boston looks bad. ESPN looks bad.
Yeah.
I don't. Stephen A. just look like a dude that's talking
I
based on
mean,
based on the information he get. And by the way, if y'all know me, y'all know I am not a Stephen A. fan. Jared, I watched a few deep pocket when I did sport. I am not the biggest Stephen A. fan. I will clown him all day, but come on, man. I will clown him all day. But if you give out a statement, he's talking about the statement you give.
I mean,
If you hiding something, that's on you. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's like, if you hiding, that's on you. I mean, and you expect Stephen A. to have the right words to say, and I mean, what can he say? All he has is a statement to go on in the story. Like,
Yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna see if Stephen A. have said something again, because people seem to be All he's saying is, yo, listen, if white people cheat, they don't get suspended. Which you can say it true. Let me see if he said something. He ain't said nothing since he said it. He ain't said nothing since he said that. September 22nd, so it's been 2 days.
I'm checking out, trying to see too. Yeah, he ain't said nothing since he said it, so I'm just. Oof.
So somebody said the woman accused Udoka of making unwanted comments toward her.
Hmm.
That I don't. That's not 100 times uglier.
That's not 100 times uglier.
That's just like, yo, he might be a creep that y'all need to deal with. But I don't know why y'all would release a statement that said became aware in July and they were led to believe it was consensual. Why did you suspend them when they said, I don't see this? What I'm talking about. It's all dumb.
I mean,
And people defend it like it's a secret weapon or something to use against Stephen. I'm like, no, it's irresponsible for them.
yeah, exactly. Like this ain't this
They
ain't
know about it in July. That should have been dealt with. This is September.
It's September. Like, come on, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost at the situation. I want to hear more about it. The season ain't even started yet, and we already got all these problems. Like, I don't know.
And you said all these players getting surgery right a month before and then
Hey.
out for 8 weeks of the season. Like,
Yeah, like make that make sense. Like, come on, Robert Williams. He knew his knee was bad after, in June, and he went to have a surgery, in September.
Lonzo
Like,
Ball did the same thing. I'm like, do y'all want to play basketball?
I mean, like, what do y'all want to do? Like, y'all could have had that surgery. Like, Lonzo had, he had less of an excuse. He was out like what, second, third round. Like, he could have rehabbed.
I'm starting to believe they don't like basketball, Jared.
I mean, I can see.
I'm starting to believe they just don't like basketball at this point. Like, ain't no way. Like, you on purpose wait till the season start to miss 8 weeks, 6 weeks of the season.
Exactly.
You have surgery when you had a whole summer of you probably trying to party and hang out.
That's exactly the reason why. Because they want to hang out and party in the summer, use some of that money that they got instead of rehabbing. That's why they won't win championships. You don't win championships like that.
I'm like, bro, you would never. Jordan would have had surgery the day after the season. I could never see Kobe doing that.
Kobe, when he had surgery, he had made it through 3 seasons before he had the surgery. That's Kobe. Let's say he's different than the rest of them.
And that's an extreme version. I'm just talking about people that love basketball would like want to play basketball. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna miss part of the season because when I want to have my summer to myself.
Exactly.
Unless you give me a legit reason, that's how I'm gonna think. Because I can't find any reason for any of these. I think it's like 5 players to have surgery right before the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any reason you would have for that. I don't understand.
And that might be a record. I can't think of another season in either NFL or NBA where 5 players are having surgery right before the season starts.
And I know for a fact 3 of them knew a long time ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Robert knew during the playoffs. He couldn't even play because he knew.
he had problems during the season. Lonzo had problems too during the season.
Yeah. So they don't want to play. That's all I'm gonna come to. Y'all can't give me a reason to. Y'all, there ain't no reason. It's not.
They don't want to play. They rather party and blow off their money in the summer.
I don't know what this. Man, they don't want to play. But we about to. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm about to go over these games. I don't know if Jared's gonna stick around. I know he has something to do.
So yeah, I'm not head out, but I am gonna watch.
Okay, appreciate you, my guy. I hope you have a good one.
No problem.
Jared, what can they find you?
They find me Mr. Hicks on Twitter, probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm lost. Start looking for me.
He done forgot his Twitter handle, but it's all good.
It's all good.
I appreciate you, Jared.
Peace.
Take it easy, my guy. So we about to go over these scores. We got some scores we got to go over. We got want to break down. So we have first. We know the Browns won versus the Steelers. It was a dominant performance. Nick Chubb, the running game of the Browns, really took over. I'm gonna talk about that on Monday Morning Quarterback. I know I ain't did it. I know that's on me. I don't even know if I'll be able to do it this week. I might do it on Tuesday, but after the Monday Night Football game. So don't so please forgive me, but we have the Bills and the Dolphins. This is gonna probably be the game of the week. It's at Miami, so I think I'm gonna give the Dolphins the. I think I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give it to the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins gonna end up winning this game in an upset because I don't know if they can handle Tyreek Hill. Give them safeties. We're gonna find out if it's Tyreek Hill or we're gonna find out if it's Pat Mahomes to give these safeties for Buffalo problems. Because if not, Buffalo will probably win this game. It is what it is. I think the Bengals. The Bengals are gonna beat the Jets. I'm giving that score Bengals 31-17. I think I'll give 31-17 to the Bengals. Raiders versus Titans. Raiders. I think they got Titans feel desperate, but they ain't got no receiver. So it's like Derrick Henry or bust for real this season without AJ Brown. And we see how AJ Brown doing for the Eagles. I got the Raiders winning that game probably 21-10. Saints Panthers. Saints defense is really good. The problem is they having is Jameis back. Will Jameis back be good enough? I think the Panthers don't have enough offense to go against that defense. I got the Saints winning 17-10. Baltimore Ravens versus the Patriots. The Ravens, of course, win probably 42-14, 42-17. I got the Ravens winning that game. We have the Lions and Vikings. The Lions playing real well. The Vikings are struggling. I'm going with the Lions. I wouldn't expect I would have said this 2 weeks ago, but Dan Campbell have them coached well, but they aren't really that good of talent-wise. But the Vikings right now is terrible, so I'm going with the Lions 28-20. We have the Eagles versus Commanders. I got the Eagles. They receivers too tough. Jalen Hurts too tough. Carson Wentz is playing well, but he plays well after they get down. So I'm going with a score of probably 35-24, in which they come back toward the end and the Eagles end up scoring at the end and making the score look a lot worse than it is. But Commanders going to get a bunch of junk time yards. We have the Chiefs and Colts. Chiefs is on fire. Colts are terrible. It might be 42-7. It might be 49-0. This game is going to be an absolute destruction. I wish Joe was here so he could talk about it. But this game is going to be absolutely terrible for the Colts. They will not be able to run with their defense, with that offense, and how quick and how good. And Patrick Mahomes is hitting on all cylinders right now. Colts get destroyed. Texans at Bears. This is an interesting game. I got the Bears winning, but the Texans play really well. They are a well-coached team. They are a well-coached team. We got the Jaguars Chargers. Chargers win that one pretty easily, probably 35-10, 35-14. We got the Rams versus Cardinals. Cardinals got a miracle win. I think Cup. That's a tough one. This is gonna be my toughest game of the week. I think Cup might have a little trouble. I think Cup might win this game for them. I don't know. This is gonna be the toss-up game. Can I get a toss-up game? I'm gonna create some emotes to this so I can have like toss-up stuff. But I think this is gonna be my toss-up game of the week, which is gonna be a new thing for me on Friday Night Lights. It's gonna be toss-up game of the week. Might even put Joe face on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come up with some clever stuff for these shows and Monday morning quarterback and just do some clever things to make the shows feel more different and what they are. Packers versus Buccaneers. I'm going with the Bucks. I don't think Aaron Rodgers' receivers gonna help him too much in this game with that front seven of the Buccaneers. There's no chance. We got the Falcons Seahawks. Geno Smith is on fire. I don't trust the Falcons. I go with the Seahawks. 49ers at Broncos. Jimmy G starting. I'm going with the 49ers. Unless the Broncos can prove something to me tomorrow night, I do not believe in them. So that's that. And the Cowboys versus Giants. I'm going with the Cowboys. I think even with Cooper Rush, they're too talented. I really do. I think they are too talented. I don't think it's going to end well for them. And that's it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to end well for them. Just going over this so y'all can look at the score. I'm going to have a little thing up that can put my scores to. That's going to be cool. But yeah, we're going to stop sharing now. I appreciate y'all for watching, by the way. I thank you. I appreciate you. You are amazing. Keep stumping. Remember that if you keep stumping, something amazing will happen. This is NFL Week 3 predictions for Overall 99 Sports. We are here. Follow the main channel, Overall 99 Media. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, subscribe button here. We talk every Monday. I go with my little nerdy NFL hat, and I talk about what I feel like teams did wrong and go over the previous week. And then on Friday Night Lights, and then we also go over Thursday Night Football. Then on Friday Night Lights, I'll go over these games as I did today. Talk about some of the biggest news that happened that week. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about whatever happened that Friday. Over the weekend, I'm going to talk about on Monday Morning Quarterback, whatever happened that week. And those are 2 shows. We're going to have shorts. We're going to have our reactions to certain games. We're going to have all that on the channel afterwards. So I'm looking forward to that. I appreciate y'all for watching. Remember, again, hit that like button, subscribe. Also, before we get out, remember to do that. But also, go check out the main channel. Go check out our main channel, Overall 99 Media. It's a big channel. It got way more viewers. This is a startup channel. But it has all this content below. It tells you what days they come out. You see, Sunday we have Power at 7 Eastern, House of Dragon at 11 Eastern. We have Monday, we have Man Cave and Locker Room Talk. Wednesday, we have the Blurred Boys are back. I don't know what show they do on Wednesday. Thursday, we have She-Hulk, all that stuff. We have Ring of Power on Fridays. We have a lot of different stuff. I'm gonna actually have to add some stuff because we got Abbott Elementary on Wednesdays, and of course, we have every Thursday we have Abbott Elementary. And we have Andor every Wednesday. So that will be on the main channel, not this channel. This is strictly sports. I appreciate you. Peace.